Now at 11, rocket explosion. An unmanned ship blows up right after blastoff. We begin with this story developing now. Despite the blast lighting up the sky with flames, no injuries have been reported on Virginia's Wallops Island. Good evening. I'm Erica Sargent.
I'm Rick Fulbaum, and this is the first catastrophic launch in NASA's commercial spaceflight effort. The ship had held 5,000 pounds of experiments and equipment headed for the International Space Station.
3, 2, 1.
The unmanned rocket lifted off from Wallops Island, Virginia, just before 6:30. Seconds later,
Got main engines at 108%.
an explosion brought that mission to a halt as the rocket hurled back towards the ground. Chris Tolton was watching the launch from across the bay.
The launch initially seemed to go okay, but within a few seconds, I noticed that the top of the top cone of the rocket started leaning to the left. In other words, leaning to the north a little bit.
Something went wrong, and we will find out what that is. We will determine the root cause, and we will correct that, and we will come back and fly here at Wallops again.
The rocket was bringing supplies to the International Space Station, and NASA's warning people to stay away from the site.
This is an accident site, and it is a rocket. And it had a lot of hazardous equipment or hazardous materials on board that people should not be looking for or wanting to collect souvenirs over.
Tonight's launch was originally scheduled for last night, but that liftoff was canceled at the last minute because a boat was too close to the launch site. Stay with CBS 4 News and CBSMiami.com for continuing coverage of the NASA rocket explosion.